Hi, today is the 26th of March, about 10:53. That's my journal for the past week or so. And, yeah, still kind of coughing, but, so last time I did it was a couple trainings ago, so, a couple weeks ago, Saturday training, we just did a quarter turn pattern, fighting system, and I think that was about it. Quarter turn, we did fighting system, and then we had quarter turn pattern, and then we had boxing pattern, and then, the critique or like the areas of improvement on that was on the takedown. Don't get your head down. He told me to, Quentin Day told me to keep my head up and then push with the head also. And then the Sunday after that, we had training, and then the week after we had training at association training again, and then we did fighting system, then we did against the flow, then we did flow drill, and against the flow we did flow drill, and then the critique was against the flow is that like move side to side, and then like have big movements. Like people were just saying here you have to like move side to side. That was the critique. Yeah, and then we hiked Pleasanton Ridge, and that was pretty fun. There was no martial arts training there. So areas of improvement, martial arts training. That's it. Supplemental training. 2 opens. I'm gonna work out tomorrow. Was working out less cause the opens, cause I had less time. But now that the opens are done, now I have more time. I'll be working out 2 to 3 times a week. And then we hiked Pleasanton Ridge, which was really hard, especially because I did the open 19.5 CrossFit Open, and that fried my legs. Like I couldn't even walk. So running up, like sprinting up a steep uphill climb was difficult because I couldn't even walk, and so that fried my legs. But it's okay now. Allergies. Diet going pretty well. Still eating my avocado toast. It's like my favorite thing to eat after training. We went to Chili's on Sunday. So that's where I had like a cheap meal. I had some tacos, pretty good tacos. And let's see, morning just been having milk, tea like always. Lunch, I started eating some like either some rice or chicken, or just a salad. And today I had some pho, I think that's how you say it, but it's like, it's one of those things that I've peed 3 times since I've come home. It's like, it was just water. It was literally just water. So, yeah, a lot of peeing because of that. I think that's for giving value, just teaching class, having my team in check at training. We were looking sharp Saturday, Sunday, lining up. I prayed rest every time. It's hard to control a group of 35 people because all it takes is one person whispering something, and everyone thinks they have the authority to just start talking and having their conversation. But, yeah, we looked sharp, we looked good, which is a good sign. Yeah, and then let me get into mental emotional documentation. My mental emotional documentation was really short last time because it was just like nothing going on, but I have quite a bit to say today, so let's see how much we can get. So, let me start with last week. We had training on Saturday, and it was a good training, like Santa Clara training. The first training I thought like we'd do some like complex stuff, but we just did first week curriculum and quarter turn pattern. But it's good, I guess, because that's also get me on the test, and I just get like repetitions with my guy, like my partner on my black belt test. In Quantum, Dave teaches us, and he's a really good teacher. He has some like great feedback that like most other teachers like don't really showcase or highlight. Yeah, him and Quantum Daniel are one of the like some of the really good teachers, and then when like someone else teaches us is usually like an okay teacher in my opinion. Not a bad teacher, just like Quantum Damon and Quantum Daniel are really, really good teachers. Like Quantum Brian. And so yeah, we had training, and then did we have training the next day? Did we have Oh yeah, we had Amador Valley track training, which was really fun. My team was Maroon and Cody and me, and we finished first. Which is, I don't know, first out of all the groups is not really what is like the accomplishment. What I'm proud of is we went really fast, and really efficient, good teamwork, good communication. That's what I'm proud of. Then we hopped some fences, and sorts. And I've never been a good fence climber, but I've definitely seen an improvement. Like the first degree test, it took me like a minute to climb a fence. Now I can do it in like 5 seconds. But I still can't do the effortless like one step over the fence. That's still in progress. But I was petrified to climb the fence like the first time I tried it, and now I can do it decently, I guess. So, which is good. And then we had class, teaching. Then Friday, the Friday before training was 19.4 open, and that one went really well. I RX that one, I think. And 19.5 was this week, which mine was 45. It was 45 with the bar. It's like just the bar, but I did 15 and 15s. But like it didn't seem hard because I scaled it and it was so light, but it just fried my legs because it was just thrusters and jumping pull-ups, and it was like a total of like 100 reps or more, I want to say. So yeah, it was like one of those workouts where after I finished, I just kind of like passed out, and like I tried to sit down and pass out, just like gassed out, and I tried to sit down, just like cramps went through my legs. Like when I slept that night, like just the cramps were going through my legs. But actually, what's funny is after I hiked Pleasanton Ridge, like the cramps went away, and like the soreness, there's just like slight soreness now. Like the soreness went away, which just proves that the best way to get rid of fatigue is just work out. Not fatigue, but the best way to get rid of soreness is just to work it off. Just sitting down is just only gonna make it worse. Another like fun, interesting thing is that if I did just the bar and I did a jumping pull-ups, and I went as fast as I could. Like I didn't really have any breaks in between. I think I must have rested for like a total of 20 seconds. Cause I was just going nonstop. I had no option but to. But Matt Frazier, the most fit CrossFit guy in the world, he did his in like 640, which is crazy. Like, how does someone use 50 pounds more weight, do a movement that's 10 times harder, and finish like 4 minutes faster than me? And like when I didn't even rest, not like I was gassed. I just didn't rest. So he's just incredibly fast. I saw his 19.4, and I remember my 19.4. I RX the first part, killed the second part, but I saw his 19.4. He just doesn't rest. Like he'll be doing muscle ups, and he jumps down from the bar, and like he doesn't just reset. He jumps down from the bar, and he's just all the way into his burpees. Just superhuman. And then this Saturday, I had training, which was good. We lined up, we did everything, and then I stood this Saturday. I don't remember if I stood last Saturday. I've been standing a lot, and it's not because I want to stand up. It's not because I always have something profound to say or I think everyone should listen to me. It's just that, like, most of the time, I'm not even thinking about standing up. I'm not even thinking during the notes what I'm gonna say. I'm just listening. But then, when like, Master is takes like so much time out of his day. Excuse me. Not just time. He's sharing life stories, life lessons that he's learned on his 72 years on the planet. He's taking his energy and he's getting vulnerable. That's the important part. His time and energy, that's very important. But the fact that he's getting vulnerable and sharing a part of himself every week for 10-15 minutes into this awesome epic mastery notes, that just his entire story that is always gonna leave you a better person after than before. It just kills me that like he does that, and he's putting himself out there and offering himself, and like the moment he's done, he says who wants to say something, he gets 200 like sleepy stares, like when are we gonna go home, like I hate when that happens. So I always look around and there's no one standing up, then I'll be like, yeah, and I'll just say something. That's why I never really have anything super like profound to say. Maybe if I like thought at home and then listened to Mastery Notes, picked up some quotes, then made my argument, and then, thought about it, reasoned about it, and then I stood up first, then I'll have something really good to say. But I'm not standing up because I want to stand up per se, or I'm standing up because I feel bad when no one stands up, because he's doing us such a favor, and we should thank him. And the way of thanking him is standing up. So that's why I always look around. There's no one. I'm looking at Meidon. I'm looking at Shri. They're not standing up. And then I raise my hand, and I just say something, and then through that he's recognized my face as Pleasanton guy. So, and that's always good. And then whenever I stand up first, then like all the Pleasanton guys start raising their hands. Then the Santa Teresa guys get pissed. They all start raising their hands. It's like Santa Teresa blowout. And then, but yeah, I've been standing a lot, and I really, every week I'm like, okay, that's the last time. I'm not gonna stand anymore. Like, everyone's tired of my face. No one likes what I'm saying. But but I'm not doing it for, I think you get the point. Like, I'm not doing it because of the reason people would expect me to. Just no one's standing up, and that's killing me. So that's the reason. And then Sunday was Pleasanton Ridge. We just hiked. It was structured kind of like conditioning, but like a fourth of the length. And yeah, and then at one point, the last stretch before we finished the run, I had this giant cramp from like my right ab all the way down to my right foot. Like, my entire right side was cramping, and I was like gonna try to keep up with Rucha, and then I was just like, I couldn't even walk. I was just cramping like crazy. And then I don't know what got into me. It was probably like an adrenaline rush. I like see there's only like 3 or 4 people in front of me. I want to finish. Like, I don't want to be last. And then I just go, what did I say? I said, no cramp can stop me. I'm the most unstoppable person on the planet. And then I jumped on like both feet. I don't know what happened. I just like jumped in the air really high, landed. I yelled, "I am a godsend." I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, this is cringy, but this is what was going through my head. I yelled like, "I'm a godsend," and I started sprinting really, really fast, like faster than I've ever sprinted, and like the cramp just went away, which is like the highlight of my day. So yeah, that was really cool. Just seeing spirit in action, I guess. That's how bad I wanted it. And then after I finished, I got down and carried some people. But yeah, that's always how I think about it. Like, sure, this cramp hurts right now, but what if you're cramping on your black belt test? And even if you do cramp on your black belt test, or even if you don't, like, really, like, is this cramp a valid, like, a good enough excuse to, like, just give up? Like, there's no excuse for giving up. Like, at one point, Kritika and Devik were at the end, so me and like Vajrang or Cody were trying to get Kritika up, trying to motivate her, but we were also like hella gassed from doing like 320 jumping jacks, so we couldn't carry her. We tried, but we were gassed as well. So we were like, we'll just push you, just run. And at one point, she was like 30 feet away. She was like, I can't do it. And she's like, yeah, she's like, I can't do it. It hurts, like I'm tired. And I was like, I'm not trying to put her down, but I was just like, I know there's a warrior in you. I was like yelling. I was like, I know there's a warrior in you. You got it, And I was like, is you being out of breath right now really more important than your black belt? And she was like, no, it's not. And then she like sprinted it, like she was going faster than me. So I feel like it's just a mental block. Our bodies can take it. It just, you have to think, is this enough pain to just take away my black belt? And the answer is always no. That's how I push myself. And then we went to Chili's with all the teachers. That was really fun. Also, yeah, that cut. It didn't die this time. Let me see if I have battery. I have battery. So, where was I? Yeah, I said rewind, and then it cut. But yeah, so after training, me and Question Brand had a talk just about like relationships and parents, and it was a really great talk. And even my mom came in and joined later. But I'm glad to have someone to go out and like talk about anything. Like, of course, I want to be open with my parents, but there's just some things you can't tell your parents because, they get scared, they just jump the gun, they'll assume things. So it's always nice to have an open relationship and, you know, talk about anything. So that was awesome. And then on Sunday, I had a panel that I was a part of. That was my first panel. And it was for gun control. And we were like, basically, excuse me, wait. Basically, how it was structured is there were like 6 performances, and then the panel, and then more performances. And then so on the panel, I was the only guy, which is like it's expected, because a lot of guys my age are part of that whole like right wing, you know, Republican Party supporting thing, you know, that phase. It's a phase. I know it's a phase because I went through it, you know. But you know, you realize that I don't know. I don't have anything against anyone who supports anything, but I don't know. It's just like a lot of guys my age aren't really as forward, like progressive thinking as I am, and that's fine. So I was like the only guy on the panel out of like 6 people, and people said I was good. People said I was like one of the better ones, like a really good person there. I don't want to compare, but like people said I was like saying some good stuff. And what was funny is one of my classmates' moms was there, like one of my, like, you know, like who's not like a friend, but like he's like in class, he's your friend, but you don't really hang out, like that kind of friend. Like that friend's mom was there, and she said she really enjoyed what I said, and like I was like she said like she was Kirk's mom. I was like, yeah, I know Kirk. You know, we always talk in chemistry. We're always talking, and she's like, oh, that's interesting. He told me he joined your club. He was like, yeah. So yeah, that was cool, coincidental too. And yeah, then I helped giving value, add giving value. I helped um, decorate. I helped the staff of that place decorate for the next banquet, which meant like just putting tables and chairs in places. um, yeah, and then that event went really smoothly. I'm talking about gun control, talking about government reform, youth activism, and then the performances were just dope. Like, we don't realize in like just a couple of cities how much talent we have. There were like singers who performed original songs, piano players, singers who sang famous songs. There were poets. Like, poetry's underrated. I'm just saying that. Like, like a lot. I used to think that poetry's just words. Like, what's the like what's enticing about poetry? Like, what's the appeal? But I hadn't read good poetry. Like, poetry can move. You know, just like even just if it's just spoken word, if it's just like an essay form, if you just it can if you pack enough emotion in there, it can really make an impact even more than music or art. Oh, and there was the art gallery, really cool art. Yeah, people are just very talented. You know, maybe art, music, etc., etc. Let's see. Other than that, just add some things in chemistry today. I derived a formula. I don't know if it's a real formula. I'll look it up. But like, I derived a formula that like combines 4 formulas that makes everything so much easier. I told my teacher, and she was like, "Huh, that's smart." So yeah, she like told all her classes and stuff. So it was pretty cool. Just confirmed that, you know, brain power. I'm kidding. And then yeah, so it was like PHPOH. Like, chemistry is like that one class where like I really don't understand, like, no, I can understand what's going on. Like, I really never really I'm active in that class, never really paying attention in that class because like it's boring. But like I'm always getting like really good grades. Like, I'm getting like A's and A pluses in that class because I'm just good at chemistry, I guess. But then math's the opposite. I need to like pay attention in math, see what's going on, cling on to my dear life in that class. I think I might not have talked about the spring science extravaganza right here. So basically, what happened is there were kids. I talked about one day. Kids came, and I was helping. That's also another giving value. Kids came, and I was helping being their tour guide, and then I met a lot of people from karate, like maybe like 5, 10. I met Shlo, who doesn't even go there anymore, but he recognized me, and yeah, like what you learn from that is like you learn their innocence, because like we'll be like we do an experiment for them and it'll fail and like nothing will happen, and they'll be like, cool, but like nothing happened. They're just like, but everything's cool to them, you know. That's the fun part about it. There's some like lame there's some lame stations, I'll just say it, like there's like a paper airplane station where like I don't know why that's there. The teachers decided there should be a paper airplane station, and then everyone wants to go there. Oh, cool, paper airplane. It's like explosion stations, and they all have fun. They all learn a lot, which is the good part. And they're gonna be writing letters. So I'm looking forward to them writing letters. I want to see if anyone has anything to say. I think that is it. I don't know. I've been talking to some people at karate, about life, about what's going on in my life, what's going on in their life. Yeah. A lot of people, not everyone has a utopian life. I think everyone needs to keep that in mind. So just help people whenever they can. I think that's it. Some new music dropped. So I've been listening. I think I'll end it there before I drag it too much. Oh, let me just say one thing. A basketball player called Yusuf Nurkic last night broke his leg so hard. Like, I don't even want to go and do any physical activity that involves jumping because I'm just traumatized. Like, I saw it on live television. He went up for a rebound, and this is like, he's over here, and like his leg just snapped in two, like it just came off. like like you could see his leg was like bending at a 90-degree angle. And like usually when a lot of like a couple players have gone through that injury, but like one of them, like the knee came out, and the other one the ankle broke. Like literally him, the middle of his calf snapped, and luckily he was wearing like a foot sleeve. Otherwise the entire crowd would have been exposed to just like his entire foot, like literally just 90% of his foot came off, like at a 90-degree angle. He was at an impact, he came down and it bent. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but like it's been occupying my mind a lot. That like fatigue is just bad. So I'll take care of my body, I promise. I'm promising myself. I think I'll end it there. And thank you. I think I talked for a good amount today.